Hey everybody, hope everybody's doing okay. Most people are hunkered down, as been told by everybody, because of the COVID-19. So I hope that you can tell there's some traffic in the background, so everybody's not hunkering down. I've tried to really stay at home unless having to go out, and I hope everybody's doing well and trying to do your part. I had to get right with one of my teenagers the other day. Said, "Oh, if I get it, I just get it," and blah blah blah. And I was like, that's not the point. That's your choice, but you making other people sick is the problem. So I had to enlighten on that issue. But anyway, I just want to tell a quick story. We are hunkered down here on Wadlow. I've tried to tell this story 2 or 3 times. It's really the only one that I've not really done a one take and sent kind of deal. But here we go. We'll try not to make it too long. I am 17 or 18 years old. I had been working for PJ Heron, who owned an excavating company, and Paul was a good dude. He was to me anyway. My uncle worked for him, and he pretty much just hired me because I needed some work and some extra money, and my uncle was such a good employee to him. So he hired me as an hourly person, and I was just a go-getter. Hey, go get this, go get that. Pretty cool job. I did get to run some heavy equipment that most people that age would never have got the opportunity to sit on, much less operate. Paul passed away a couple years ago, and I hate that. He could tell some stories. He told one of he was a helicopter pilot, and he told one of crashing a helicopter up in the mountains in a snowstorm. That was pretty. Not unlike my stories, this was a pretty serious story and pretty like, oh my God, really? And he survived. Not everybody did, but he did. But rest in peace, Paul. But anyway, so work had got kind of slow, and he kind of subletted me out to a landscaping company that he used some. And for the life of me, I can't remember the name of that landscaping company. I worked for the landscaping company. The guy that owned its name was John. I can't remember much other details. There were 4 other employees. We ran equipment. We laid all the sod at what used to be Old Island Golf Course in Bluntville. I think they've changed the name now. But I was on the crew that laid every bit of that sod. I got to run a piece of equipment majority of the time. I didn't have to be on the ground with the machetes and rakes, but I'm working one day, and they were based out of Johnson City, this landscaping company, and I know the old Bowman Drive Shaft building they shared, and I had just gotten my first cell phone, and don't remember who the carrier was or any of that stuff, but was kind of neat. It was a big chunky thing, all futuristic looking. He flipped down thing with the. On a side note, I cut that phone in two. Not long after having it, I set it down. It fit perfectly down in the track of a 955 Caterpillar, and sheared it clean in two. But I had the insurance. But anyway, I get a phone call. I'm at work, and we're coming back to the shop to unload everything, and I get a phone call from my grandmother, which was not unusual. All those years ago, first cell phone, if my phone rang, it was my mom, my dad, my little sister, or one of my grandparents. That was just it. That was the only people that I really communicated a whole lot with. Maybe 1 or 2 friends, and that was about it. But anyway, so my phone rings. I answer. It's my grandmother. It's like, hey, Granny, and do me a favor. Okay, when you get off work and you come by the house, yeah. Well, when you come in the house, come out by the far end of the road. Blah blah blah. I won't say the name of the road. I don't know if statute of limitations has run out on this problem or not. So I was like, okay, why? She's like, well, I had to go to the bank, and I was coming out the road, and I run off the edge of the road a little bit. Oh my gosh, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. But I'm pretty sure that I clipped one of them mailboxes a little bit. I want you to check and see if I did. If it knocked it down, I'm going to give you the money so you can go get a new mailbox in a post, and I need you to go put it up for those people and tell them what happened for me. Okay, grandmother, no problem. So, little backstory on Granny. If you've ever been on the interstate and you've been doing the average speed, if it was 70, most people run 76, 77, and you've ever been passed like you were doing 20 by an old blue-haired lady, well, that was probably my grandmother. They won't let her drive now. She's healthy, but they won't let her drive. Some memory issues and things starting up, and boy, do I get to hear that all the time. Oh, won't let me drive. I can drive just fine. But this was heading towards 30 years ago, and so I'm like, okay, so that's cool. So I'm coming home and coming down, and okay, so I turn on the road. And when I turn on the road, it looks like somebody had a problem with the post office. There wasn't one mailbox tore down. Every mailbox you could see was tore down. How? And the mailboxes on the side of the road, there's only so much room. There was literally just enough room for the post and the mailbox. Straight up from the line was the face of these mailboxes. Just behind the mailboxes was a fairly sharp dropped bank. How she didn't run off the bank, I don't know, but she managed to knock down about 7 or 8 mailboxes. Well, apparently the only person that had been through there was the mailman, because there is mail laying on the road. It looked like a Macy's Day Parade, at the end. There's just stuff everywhere. There's mail in the road. There's mail in yards. There's mail blowing around in the wind. There's these poor, defenseless, crippled mailboxes just scattered about. Some of them run over. Some posts just snapped and busted off. Some mailboxes, there was like a piece of a post there, and there was no mailbox. I imagine it was probably several feet over the bank. I was just like, oh, shit. Oh, yeah, she just didn't hit one. She hit all of them. So I go on out the road, and I get to Granny's, and well, did you come out the other way? Yeah, Granny. Well, did I hit it? No, you didn't. You didn't hit one. I didn't? No, you didn't hit one. You hit all of them. Well, yeah. Well, how many? I mean, how many are you gonna have to buy a post? I'm like, grandmother, probably ought to just chunk this one up to not saying nothing about it, because 8 or 9 posts, 8 or 9 mailboxes. Yeah. How did you not run off the road? Well, I just for a second, just veered off. I said, oh, okay. Needless to say, that's the day that the mailboxes died out the road from Granny's. Hit lots of mailboxes. Oddly enough, not about 150 yards past the mailbox massacre, not long after that, she took out 22 feet of barbed wire fence. Yeah, not so lucky there. We had to build the fence back. I hope so. Hope you get a kick out of this. Hope everybody gets a laugh and lightens up a little bit. Like I said, I want to keep this one kind of short. We're just hanging out. I've not really been off the place. They've canceled work for us, and luckily enough, I work for a good enough company that they're still going to pay us at least for a couple of weeks. So we'll see how that goes. And so I hope everybody else is doing well. And hey, try to stay at home. It's maybe not your health. It's maybe somebody else's health that you staying at home will help. a lot of people are having problems. You know, at first it's just old people that's dying. Young people, they just sick for a week and then everything's fine. But the more of the news that I watch, it's affecting and killing even some younger folks. Any folks with any kind of pre-existing condition. Some of us fat folks, you know, but all kind of pre-existing conditions, diabetes and everything. It's hitting it pretty hard. So hey, try to social distance. You know, if you got to go to the grocery store, go, but it's not the time to hop in the car and head out to the local YMCA or, you know, somewhere there's going to be a bunch of people or a bunch of touching that you can't keep clean. Hunker down, let's get this over with, and then get life back to normal. We don't want to kill nobody. Hey, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm going to try to make a few more. I've made a bunch, and I can't get them edited down into my time frame, so we'll see. Hey, like and subscribe if you like the videos. Share them, hit that share button, put your friend's cell number in. It just sends them a link to the video. It ain't gonna send them a bunch of stuff, just a link to the videos, and we'll see.